Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Is there anything I can help you with?
Yes, officer. I'm here for my US Citizenship Interview.
At what time is your appointment?
At 2:30 p.m.
Could you show me your appointment letter?
Yes, here it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you have a state-issued identification?
Yes, here you go.
And can I see your permanent resident card?
Okay, here it is.
Oh, great. Let me take your photo. Please look straight at the camera in front of you. Now for your fingerprints. Please put your left index finger on the scanner. Now your right index finger on the scanner, please.
Okay.
You may now take back your appointment letter. The paper attached to it is your waiting number. The immigration officer will call that number when it's time for your interview.
Thank you.
Here's also your state-issued ID and your green card. You may now take a seat in the waiting area.
Thank you, officer.
You're welcome. And good luck with your interview, Mr. Billy.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Billy Cerna?
Yes, officer. That's me.
Hi, I'm Officer Sarah Williams. I will conduct your naturalization interview today.
Hello, officer. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Please come with me to my office.
Yes, of course.
Please come in. But just remain standing. I must place you under oath first. Before we start the interview.
Okay.
Will you please raise your right hand?
Yes, officer.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right. You may now take your seat.
Thank you.
You do understand why you had to take that oath, right?
Yes.
So why must you take it?
So, I could promise publicly to tell only the truth.
That's right. Do you understand why you are here today, Mr. Billy?
Yes, I am here for my US Citizenship Interview.
May I have your passport, your green card, and an issued state identification?
Yes, here they are.
All right. Which country are you a citizen of?
Colombia,
What languages do you speak in Slovakia?
Spanish,
And English?
I learned to speak English at school as a foreign language.
That's wonderful. Now let's start with the civics test. I will ask you up to 10 questions about American history and government. To pass the civics test, you need to answer 6 questions correctly out of 10 questions. So please listen carefully to every question. Then give yourself time to think, all right?
All right.
Have you studied the 100 civics questions?
Yes, I studied the 2008 version.
Good. Here's your first question. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution?
The Bill of Rights.
That's correct. Second question. What is one reason colonists came to America?
Freedom.
That's right. Third question. Who was the first president?
George Washington.
Correct. Fourth question. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now?
Mike Johnson.
That's right. Fifth question. How old do citizens have to be to vote for president?
18 and older.
Correct. Sixth question. Name 2 national U.S. holidays.
New Year's Day, Christmas.
You have finally answered 6 questions correctly. So you have passed the civics test portion of this interview.
Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you.
Now let's continue with the English reading and writing tests. We will use the tablet for the reading test. For the writing test, you will use a stylus pen to write a sentence.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Please look at the tablet in front of you. When you see a sentence, just read it out loud for me.
When is Columbus Day?
Good. Now please take the stylus pen. I want you to write this sentence on the tablet. Columbus Day is in October. Columbus Day is in October. Yes, that is correct. You have passed the reading and writing tests as well. You did a great job.
Thank you.
We shall now go over your N400 application. Please state your full name.
Billy Cerna.
What's your last name?
Cerna.
Is that the same name as on your green card?
Yes, it is.
Could you spell your first name for me?
It's Billy.
If you become a US citizen, what name do you want on your certificate?
I still want to use Bill Cerna.
I understand, but you must also know that if you want, you can legally change your name.
Yes, officer. Thank you. My family calls me Bill, so I want to keep it as it is.
All right. Your date of birth?
July 11th, 1981.
And your country of birth?
Colombia.
Are you still a citizen of Colombia?
Yes, I am.
Was one of your parents, including adoptive parents, a US citizen before your 18th birthday?
No.
Okay. What is your current marital status?
I am married.
Is your spouse a current member of the US Armed Forces?
No, officer.
Is your wife a US citizen?
No, she is not.
How many times have you been married?
One time only.
Okay. How long have you been living in the United States?
About 10 years.
And you got your green card through marriage, is that correct?
No. Through my work.
What date did you become a lawful permanent resident?
I became a lawful permanent resident on June 19th, 2015.
Could you confirm your social security number?
It's 754-54-3178.
Let me check your biographic information. What color are your eyes?
Oh, yes, officer. I'm glad you asked that. I made a mistake in ticking brown for my eye color. It should have been black. My exact, true black, not brown.
Let me update that error right now. All right then.
Thank you.
How about your hair color?
My hair color is black.
How tall are you?
I am 5 feet, 8 inches tall.
All right. Are you Hispanic or Latino?
I am Hispanic.
What race are you?
I am an American Indian.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, I do. We have one son and one daughter.
What's their names?
Linda Cerna and Peter Cerna.
And how are they related to you?
They are my biological children.
Are your children US citizens or permanent residents?
They are a U.S. citizen.
Do you have any stepchildren or adopted children?
No, I don't.
All right. Can you tell me your most recent physical residence?
1514 Northwest 22nd Street, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma 73106.
Have you lived in another address before?
No.
Are you currently working?
Yes, I am.
What is your occupation?
I am a software engineer.
Where do you currently work?
I'm working at Mosley Technical Services in Oklahoma.
How long have you been working there?
About 9 years.
Where have you worked for the last 5 years?
I've worked at the same place.
Let's talk about your trips outside of the United States. How many trips have you taken during the past 5 years?
I have had 3 trips abroad since I came here.
And where did you go on those trips?
First to Canada, Mexico, and then to Colombia.
What was the purpose of your trips?
We had a summer vacation in Canada. In Mexico, I had a business trip. Last trip, I visited my parents and relatives in Colombia.
Do you remember how long did you stay in those trips?
I stayed for 2 weeks in Canada, about 3 weeks in Canada. In Colombia, I stayed there for a month.
In all these trips, did you travel as a family?
No, officer, I only traveled to Canada and Colombia with my family.
When was your last trip outside the United States?
Last year.
Do you remember the date you left and returned to the United States?
Yes, I do. I left the U.S. November 2nd, 2023, and I came back on December 31st, 2023.
Let us go over this additional information about you. Why do you want to become a U.S. citizen?
I just want to have a legal right to live and work in America. In addition, I want to vote.
Have you ever told anyone that you are a U.S. citizen?
No, officer.
Have you ever registered to vote or voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
No.
Do you currently owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes in the United States?
No.
What does owe any overdue taxes mean?
Didn't pay taxes on time.
Good. Since you became a lawful permanent resident, have you called yourself a non-resident alien on a federal, state, or local tax return or decided not to file a tax return because you considered yourself to be a non-resident?
No.
Have you ever advocated, supported, and promoted any opposition to all organized government?
No.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that engaged, participated, in kidnapping, assassination, or hijacking or sabotage of an airplane, ship, vehicle, or other mode of transportation?
No.
What is assassination?
The murder of someone famous or important.
Good. Have you ever sold or smuggled illegal drugs or narcotics?
No, never.
Have you ever associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated any unlawful damage, injury, or destruction of property?
No.
Have you ever been arrested or detained by a police officer for any reason?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in torture?
No.
Have you ever helped anyone to enter the United States illegally?
No, officer.
Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefits?
Oh no, never.
What are immigration benefits?
Things like a visa, green card, or citizenship.
That's right. Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, helped, or participated in any military or police unit?
No.
Did you ever use any person under 15 years of age to do anything that helped or supported people in combat?
No.
Have you ever been charged with committing, attempting to commit, or assisting in committing a crime or offense?
No.
Have you ever worked, volunteered, or otherwise served in a place where people were detained, forced to stay, for example, a prison, jail, prison camp, detention facility, or labor camp? Or have you ever directed or participated in any other activity that involved detaining people?
No, officer.
What is a prison camp?
A place where prisoners of war are kept.
Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against any person, or threatened to do so?
No.
Have you ever sold, provided, or transported weapons, or assisted any person in selling, providing, or transporting weapons, which you knew or believed would be used against another person?
No.
Have you ever been discharged from training or service in the U.S. Armed Forces because you were an alien?
No, never.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, detained or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official, in the U.S. or elsewhere, or immigration official for any reason, or been charged with a crime or offense?
No.
What does it to be charged?
To be accused of having done something illegal.
If you received a suspended sentence, were placed on probation, or were paroled, have you completed your suspended sentence, probation, or parole?
No.
Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling?
No, never.
Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading?
No.
What is misleading?
Giving somebody the wrong idea.
Have you ever been placed in removal, rescission, or deportation proceedings?
No.
Are you a person born as a male who lived in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthdays?
No.
Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Do you now have, or did you ever have, a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country?
No, officer.
What is a hereditary title?
A royal title, such as a prince or princess.
Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
Are you unable to take the oath of allegiance because of a physical or developmental disability or mental impairment?
No, officer.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
Yes.
What does bear arms mean?
To own or use a gun to fight.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes, officer.
All right. Please review your N400 application carefully and make sure that all information and the changes made during the interview are all correct.
Okay. Everything looks good to me.
Great. You may now sign your name on the tablet. And click Accept All right. This is a copy of your naturalization interview results. You have passed the civics and the English tests, the interview, and all the necessary requirements for US citizenship.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Congratulations, Mr. Bill.
Thank you so much.
Please review the oath of allegiance on the tablet by signing your name.
Yes, officer, I will do that.
You are affirming that you will take the oath of allegiance on the day of your naturalization ceremony.
I have reviewed the oath of allegiance and signed it.
Great. I will now submit your application for approval. Once the approval is granted, we will send you an email stating the date, time, and location for your oath ceremony. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions. Thanks again, officer.
You're welcome. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, press a like and share this video with everyone.